man. It seems like when it rains. I think we should have everybody here one day. Free fall, no commercials.
That'll be the day I take it.
You know what?
That'll be the day I take it.
You deserve yet another phone. If you're a great orator, and you could memorize your statement, and fine. If you can't, you can't. I just need the facts. What did I say when you called me earlier this week? You had a problem. What did I say? What were your expectations? My expectations? I saw you got upset. Listen, we're going to disagree on that, and that's fine. We just have different philosophies. If somebody agrees with you, I got a tweet that said, let that man read his tweet. What? Yeah, tweet it, you. Full disclosure. Coming to you live via Skype, it's the Full Disclosure Show. I am your host, Mo Morris. Well, my partner, Mr. Rasul Sharif. As always, the third man in our crew is our resident engineer, Mr. Steve Wills. Please follow us at Zenap.com. Search All Access 660 and you will find any and everything that you want to know about the Full Disclosure Show. If you want to talk to us, you can always follow my partner at Rasul Sharif 660 on Instagram and on Twitter. If you like the smooth grooves you're going to hear today, please follow our engineer at BreezeDBL on Instagram and on Twitter. Last but not least, if you want to talk to me, you can always catch me on Instagram, Twitter, at Momorris660 as well. Please check us out on social media as we are getting heavier and heavier and heavier as days go on into social media. Today, July the 10th, we are in a nation that is under some duress. Breeze, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Definitely with everything that's going on. Can't complain at all. It's definitely a rough time, but this too shall pass. So, but I'm good, man. Hopefully, I can do a little something to help ease a little bit of the tension, get your mind off things. You know, I know we got a lot of stuff on the agenda, so we got some things to talk about to deviate from that. Eid for everyone. You know, Ramadan is over. Made that. It was excellent. And it was funny, real quick. I was about to go out, and Sue let me know that they were actually breaking fast and praying in the park, and that was the first time, especially down from where we're at. It's the first time they've actually, that I've known, that they've actually broken and actually prayed in the park. So it was like really crazy. The block and everything. I mean, the whole block. It almost reminded me of when we did Hood Stop. Yeah, man. Block was packed. Elizabeth Avenue was packed. Bergen Street was packed. Cats were walking in from all over the place. So it was really nice, man, because you really don't realize the community and how many Muslims actually are in the area. So it was solid. It was really nice.
Very nice. Yes, definitely. What is it? Eid Mubarak.
See, yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's everyone that's out there that celebrated this event this week. So I see you over there having breakfast. You're
government. If the pork don't cook like the beef, so I messed it up. So I didn't call you. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get some knuckles, but they just don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna keep working on that before I get to that.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. The week was interesting, man. I had to go to my nemesis, man, to the dentist this week. So it was he gives me they tell me this every time, but I went to a different dentist this time, and you gotta take these wisdom teeth out. Here I'm gonna give you this referral to a oral surgeon. Yeah, give me that. Just do it. I can't.
Right, man. If that's gonna get you. I need you to do. Give me that. Yeah.
Give me that. I'll put that right in my pocket, and there you go. About it. They were telling me this for 20 years, so
And you might want to go ahead and get them out.
and you know what? It's one I might. And then I gotta get a 12-year molar taken out. So they want to take 5 teeth out my mouth, and I was like, that's the beginning and the end when you start taking teeth out your mouth, man. You know.
So let me ask you this, man. The wisdom teeth are they the culprits? Is that what's giving you the issue? Why you got?
I don't have any problem, so I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. I'm not having.
Well, I think it's precautionary because I think they look down the line, and that's why they're dentists. Because I have the same situation. I have mine, and I don't have any problems. But they always suggest us get them removed. So I just asked the reference.
I think it's because they're impacted, and so they're difficult to clean.
Right, the teeth.
Right, so it's like, your brush isn't reaching far enough back, whatever. So I may get it done, but the issue wasn't really getting it done because, like, I'm okay with the procedure, but they want to do half one time, half the other. And I said, if the first half's miserable, there's no way I'm going back to the second.
Right.
So, like, if you can take them all out at one time, go ahead. You can kill yourself over here. Do whatever you got to do this one shot because I'm not, I'll touch that stove once, but if it's hot, I'm not touching it again. So we'll see. But other than that, the week was pretty good. That was a moment for me, man. And now it's funny, right? I used to put my headphones on when they're cleaning your teeth. Now the lady was like, "Well, you got to keep one out." Because I can't stand the sound of the.
Oh man!
Yeah, I can't.
And then you feel it too, but to hear
it doesn't hurt. Like I'm not in pain. I'm not in there in pain, but it's just that's like a scratching the chalkboard sound to me.
Really?
And so I just want to put some headphones on, blast some music. You put it in 1 year. In 1 year, I was like, well, "What's the point?" So I never.
In full disclosure, you need to have one of my mixes on it. Ease that pain. Get you out of there. So I got the anesthetic because just let me got you.
So we'll see, man. But that was you try to take care of that. So that was pretty much the heavy lift. And sending some prayers out to my cousin who had a major procedure, and he's still working through that situation right now. So hopefully, he comes around and does better. So that was pretty much the whole week for me. Those two things.
Definitely some prayers out to him. Definitely got to send some prayers out to Fuway, a member of our family over here. Her mom is kind of in a bad way right now. I think I can tell you guys off the air. So, but she's doing better this morning. But yesterday it was kind of very much touch and go situation.
Okay. Shouts, please. I love for you, baby.
Absolutely.
No doubt, Fee. I haven't forgotten. We're still going out. I just got to set this date up. Not a date like that, people. Just the date for us to go out, not a date of us going out. You know how you say some things on the airwaves and they become Sue and Fee went on a date.
It is.
Right?
The Fee Sue.
My week was cool. Nothing special. The highlight of my week was last evening. A friend to the room, or a friend to our team here, is getting married this week. So last night we took him out for his bachelor party, and we went over to New York to Sin City. If you've been to Sin City in New York, you kind of know what it is. For those of you who have not been to Sin City, I suggest you go to Sin City. You will absolutely have a wonderful time. Long night for me, and a very, very, very early morning having to wake up today. But we had a ball. We absolutely had a good time. Everybody got home safe and sound. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything about some of the other people that weren't coming in my direction, but I'm pretty sure everybody made it safe and sound, and that was the most important thing. So
big shout out to Big Frank, man. Insider. Congratulations, man. One love. Big blessing.
Hey, listen, man. And I tell everybody this, Frank, if you need me to drive the Bronco,
Stop.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I tell you what, tell him that he's gonna probably have some choice words for you, because every time I ask him how he's feeling, he's basically being extremely grumpy about it. It ain't nothing. It's the same thing. It's just some paperwork. I'm like,
Yeah, but that's who he is, though, right?
Right. That's consistent.
Definitely shouts to him. I'm sure he slept this morning. He was literally nodding in the truck last night when we were coming home. Like he was sitting there, head dropping, about to break his neck nodding. So I'm pretty sure he had enough to drink and had enough fun for sure. But that was definitely a good time last night. On a more serious note, we obviously know what is going on in this country this week. It was a pretty rough country for the United States. Pretty rough week for the United States this week. We obviously had 2 officer shootings of black males again in this country. One in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and the other one in St. Paul, Minnesota. During one of the protests after the shooting in St. Paul, Minnesota, there were protests around the country. Dallas happened to be one of the cities. There was a sniper who took it upon himself to go and start shooting cops. There were 5 police officers that were killed and another 7 that were injured. So right now, this country is pretty much in a very, very, very tense situation. It's ugly. The people's opinions are running all over the place. I heard President Obama yesterday say, well, last night or whenever it was, he said, we're not divided, because he's saying that these protests are showing that we are together. I'm going to have to disagree with POTUS a little bit on that. I think we are very much a divided country at this particular point. And, someone put out a tweet, or it was a picture on Instagram or something, but it said, if you take away the color of this picture, so it was definitely a picture, if you take away the color out of the picture, this will look like the 60s. Now, obviously, we didn't live in the 60s, we didn't grow up in that era, but from what we've seen on old clips, it was a bad situation in the 60s when,
real of reals. Yeah.
Right, real to reals. Hey, so we are in a very, very tough time. And the last thing I'm going to say about it, I'm going to obviously open up so you guys can give your thoughts, is that if you are a black male in this country today, black male specifically, not to say that just black people in general, but definitely young black men, please be careful, man. Please comply as much as you can and just be as careful as possible, because it's not a good time to be out here today. Thoughts?
I mean, it's crazy, man. It's well, not funny, but it's ironic of your prediction from a couple of years ago, and I'll keep saying it until my contract expires. But just the, I'm kind of with you on the fact that I think the country is more divided than. I think it's more divided than the president leads on, but it's not as divided as a lot of people believe. So I think it's somewhere in between the two. But I mean, it's tough, man. We joke around about, just to bring a sports angle into this, we joke around about the contracts that people get. Oh man, I wish I was young then. I would hate to be young right now. Just, all around, like from the society issues that young people face to what they're dealing. And people have been dealing with police issues for a long time, but maybe because of the coverage or something now, we see so much more of it. I'd be interested to see statistically, if there's been a spike, the way we perceive a spike, because we can see it all. We got the internet. Everybody's got a cell phone camera. So there's probably 1 billion accusations that nobody can prove. Now almost everything that happens is captured by somebody. Everybody's a reporter. You got 6 billion reporters in the world now, because everybody's got a camera phone and a video. So, I'd be interested to know if there's really a spike now, or if we're just getting to see more of it because of technology. But I mean, I echo your sentiments as far as compliance, and it's kind of crazy because if you're not doing something wrong, then you don't feel like you should have to do X, Y, Z. But if your life's on the line, you might want to check that ego a little bit. So yeah, I agree with what you said.
Absolutely. Breeze, any thoughts?
I echo everything, man. Not to make it my soapbox, but I have various opinions about it. I mean, it's obvious, and in summation, the chickens, the hens, the chicks have come to roost. That's what it's come down to being, and unfortunately, this brother is going to go down as a martyr. Even though it might have been heinous in what he did, but his objective was based on things that transpired and have been transpiring. A lot of people claim, and it's true. We've marched. We voice our opinions. That goes to say to what level, but people have been, voicing their sentiments. This has been going on all along. And alluding to what Sue said, it has everything to do with technology, because can you imagine these incidences that take place each and every day that aren't recorded or prior to, thus going back to Boys in the Hood. That's why, it was depicted the way it is, because that's that life, but I really think a whole lot will come out of it. It's early to say what it will be, but I think people are going to stand up. And I'll say this last thing before we go to break. Is the thing that's really so crazy is that you have some, for lack of a better term, these rogue or non-trained police that do these heinous things, but the police themselves are not standing up to say, yo, look, this is not a depiction of us as a whole. That these are the actions of these particular officers, and we denounce that. See, that never takes place. So a lot of the perception is, well, you feel it's okay for it to be done. So, it's a manifestation of so many things of why people feel the way they do. But I know even here, living here where we are, it's definitely not as bad as it used to be. But I've had my experiences with these cats, and hillside cats. Y'all know who you are. Going to White Castle 2 a.m, just going to get something to eat, and you trying to make a statement, and it's just totally unnecessary, But needless to say, I think something will come out of it. A la Jesse Williams saying what he says, and people are protesting. We just need to do more, and I applaud Carmelo Melo for saying what he said. People could say that it was. There's a lot of air under it, but he stepped up and said something and is attempting to do something. So we're going to follow him to see if he's a man of his words.
Absolutely. So much right there. I mean, we could have easily done 2 hours on this today, for sure. Obviously, we're not a news show, but definitely so much to talk about, man. It's crazy. I've had so many debates over the last few days. Not debates, but just good dialogue. It's been pretty crazy.
All right. Well, I mean, I did have a little more, but I'm gonna save that for offline. Now, people tuned in to hear you cry about Kevin Durant coming up after the break. So we'll get right to that. Mo's getting on his soapbox in 3 minutes,
and it's slippery. Here's how it goes. I am a genius. I mean this. I shape this. You'll take this. I'm kind of fiendish. into my neighborhood. Meaning my mental state, still I'm 5'8". Crazy as I wanna be, cause I make it orderly. You could say I'm sort of the boss, so get lost. The brother who will make you change opinions. Dominions, I'm in them when it's time to kick shit from the heart. Cause I get a piece of the action. Feeling satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. Shove full guns when they feel afraid. Too late when they dip in the kick, they get sprayed. Lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. I get more props and stunts than Bruce Willis. A poet like Langston Hughes and can't lose when I cruise. Out on the expressway, leaving the bodega, I say suave. Premier's got more beats than Blonde's got hate. Clips I've inserted into my gun, so I can take the money, never have to run. I left my Philly at home. Do you have another? I wanna get blunted, my brother. Now may I make a mark, then make a spark over this fat track? Or should I say dope beat? Subtract, delete all of the wit whack that wanna be abstract, but they lack the new knack that's coming from way, way back. Hey, yo, Premier, please pass that Buddha sack. You heard we quit? No way, no way. I told you before we come back with more hits. I provide right flavor, so you can sketch me. Do me a favor, don't try to catch me. Slightly ahead of the game, I'm not a lame. Ask him, he'll tell you the same. He knows my name, smooth. I drop jewels like paraphernalia. I'm infallible, not into failure. Like a rhinoceros, my speed is prosperous, and pure knowledge expands from my esophagus. I write in the night to bring truth to the light. My dialogue is my own, the smooth beat will never bite.
23 minutes after the hour, back to the Full Disclosure Show. As we see Breeze BBL's putting down some old school this morning. Please stay tuned from 12 to 1. He's going to have his fully disclosed mix. All right, so we're going to go ahead and have something you're chomping at the bit to get out.
Yeah, I'm just on a lighter note. I made some fish hash, right? Instead of corned beef hash, I made some fish hash and some eggs, right? And yes, instead of corned beef, I just use fish, right? And
I don't. That's one thing I don't eat, by the way, is corned beef hash. But go ahead. One thing I don't eat.
And I got ketchup on my on my fish hash. I can't stand ketchup on my eggs, and I kind of married the two. So I'm looking perplexed while my stomach is still growling. So I think I'm gonna have to suck that up and deal with it. But if you see a confused look on my face, it's because this ketchup is on my egg. Like I don't know about that.
Get off my lawn!
All right. Remix.
Shouts to Mr. Aviator Life on the check-in. Also, shouts out to Big Will on the check-in as well. They're definitely on and following me. Appreciate you guys' support. 100%.
Well, I gotta give you credit, man. Who needs the insider? Well, if you can't get information from what Will emails you,
you're not going to get it.
He's just not doing your job.
You're not going to get it, no doubt.
So, for those of you who don't know what Rasul was talking about, Will sends us a ton of
24/7.
And we totally appreciate it. He said he does send us a lot. He's on his job 100%. He sends us stuff. But then that makes me wonder, is he really working when he at work? That's the...
Well, ain't no more with CEOs or CEOs. Yeah. That's how it goes. You won't know because we on this thing here and we just doing what we do. That's that man. That's that lifestyle.
And first off, it's probably not even him sitting. It's probably one of his 13 assistants. So you gotta be careful. You don't know where this stuff's coming from.
There you go. All times of the nights too. All the time.
Everybody's got to sleep sometime, right? Yeah. Will you get a message from Will anytime?
Any time of the night. All right, let's get into this elephant in the room. Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant's my second favorite player in the NBA. Obviously, I'm a Kyrie Irving guy, but he's my second favorite player. I think he's the most talented offensive player we have in the NBA, Kevin Durant. We have been waiting to see what he was going to do as far as his free agency was concerned. Obviously, last week we talked about it, and then on Monday, he finally dropped this bomb that he was going to go and join the team he couldn't beat. And he was going to go and play with the Golden State Warriors. Now, I want to be very clear in my comments to say that he obviously has the right to go anywhere he wants to go. So I'm not mad at him for that. He wanted to leave Oklahoma City? Cool. Not mad at him for that. As a competitor, though, I kind of have an issue with him going to play with Golden State. As an alpha, and an alpha when it comes to this basketball thing, he is truly an alpha. He's one of the top 5 for sure players in the world. I don't care whose list you're on. In my list, he's one of the top 3. So, however you want to do it. So he's definitely top 5. I don't care what list you're looking at. How do you go and go to a team that you had on the ropes and you didn't beat, and now you're going to go and join a team that won 73 games the previous year? I completely have issues with it. As far as him making that particular move, I'm not really happy about it. I will watch, obviously, because I'm a basketball fan, but I can't root for him anymore at all. I can't. I won't be able to bring myself to do it. And they're going to be successful, right? So don't think that I'm saying that they won't be successful. They will be 100% successful. Now, whether they win the NBA championship this year, I doubt that this will be the year, but they will win one in the next 2-3 years. I just don't think it's going to be this year. And I think it's going to take some time for them to build that team back to where they want. But I was not happy with it. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know me. I rooted for it. So I was shocked when you called me, but and told me. You sent a text message and told me I had to pull over and turn on the radio. I was like, oh wow, this is for real. I think people are getting it a little twisted. We're thinking about it a little differently. So there's so much pressure on the player to win by whomever. We'll just blame it on the media right now. How important winning is. So not just your talent, but how important you actually winning the championship is. So I believe that Westbrook must have told him he's out. So go do whatever you're gonna do. And if you're a player, you get drafted by a team. You need teammates to win. So your fate a lot of times is in the hands of somebody else alongside of yourself, right? So your GM, your management, who they pick. And I go to the Minnesota example with Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was never going to win in Minnesota. It didn't take away from the player that he is. We got people, and I think you're one of them. You'll take Garnett over Duncan all day. 100%. But career-wise, when people look at the scope of their career, they're making Tim Duncan, and that's a totally different. I'm not trying to get into that discussion, but they're making Tim Duncan the best power forward ever. And you think Kevin Garnett's better than him. Yeah. So these guys, I'm sure this affects them as well. Garnett might be sitting somewhere saying, man, if I played on San Antonio, they'd be thinking that I was the best power forward ever because I'm better than Tim Duncan. And so these guys now, when they have limited opportunities to go do this. If they play it out in the normal path, LeBron James does it differently, signing these 2-year deals with a 1-year option. And that's what Kevin Durant did this year essentially as well. But 1 year that he has to play and then the player option for the next year. But normally people sign 4 or 5-year deals. And over the course of somebody's career in their prime, they're only going to get to sign 2 deals. The first deal they're going to be on a rookie deal is going to be 4 years. So if they came out at 21, it's 25. Then they'll sign a 5-year deal, take them to 30, and another 5-year deal that'll take them to 35 if they're lucky. So they only get to choose where they play and what management they can play for twice. So I'm not mad at a guy taking advantage of the opportunity, the freedom that he has, that he's only really going to get twice. If he's trying to secure he's worried about his health or whatever, he's going to take this long-term deal, i.e. Carmelo. Carmelo is taking 5-year deals. I mean, the longer the deal, the better for Melo. He's just signing these 5-year deals. So he's only going to get to choose who he gets to play for and what management. He gets to select what management he gets to play for. So he gets to choose what management he thinks is the best. The management that's going to surround him with the best opportunity to win. Because in everybody's eyes, or in eyes that they're concerned about, the players concerned about, they're being judged by how much they win. And so, no, I'm not mad at him because now he's going to get the heat. Oh, he's over there 9, 10 years, hasn't won a title. And listen, they should have beat Golden State last year. And he's got to take some of that weight. I'm not trying to absolve him from any of that. But at the end of the day, if it's about titles, then go get the titles. I'm so not mad at him. I don't care. I know who Kevin Durant is as a player now. It doesn't. If Kevin Durant doesn't play one more day, we know who Kevin Durant is. So now all it is about titles. There's nothing else he can do on the court for me to make me see something else from him. I know who he is. I've seen it for 9 years. I doubt there's something else I'm going to see from Kevin Durant. So it doesn't matter now. It's only about titles now. What, he go out here and get another scoring championship, go out here average 34 a game, we going to think about him any differently? I'm not. I already know. I watched him get 4 scoring titles in a row. I know he's one of the most prolific scorers in the game. Doesn't matter what he does. Only thing that matters now is him winning championships. So, no, I'm not mad at him going to chase a ring.
So, if he were playing in Philadelphia, Denver, Utah, on one of those teams, I would agree with you. I get it. He wasn't. He was playing in one of the top 3 teams in the NBA. In my opinion.
But here's the deal that we don't know, and we shouldn't just assume. And as fans, we're just messed up like that. Like, he doesn't like playing with Russell Westbrook. And so I get a chance to get out, I'm gone. I don't have to be unhappy playing here because people don't think that I'm selling out because I'm leaving.
So here's the problem with that, though. You can't tell me every turn that you and Russell are great, you guys have no issues, which he's done all season this year, every season prior to that. So you can't tell me that, but now you want me to assume that that may be what it is. I'm going to go by what he said, and he said they had no issues playing together. So I got to go by that. On top of that, again, he had a team to win with. He was right there to win. So it's not like he couldn't win the championships in Oklahoma City. They just didn't win this particular year. Then they had a couple of injury seasons prior to that. So, but you can't even count those years as why they lost. And they've been to the NBA Finals once before that. So it's not like the team is not built to win. It is.
But you hate to do this, and I just think it's something that you have to do. You hate to compare this stuff to real world things. Like, this is their job. And so, this guy's going to be in the NBA for 15 years. So, in these 15 years, should he be able to go where he's going to be most comfortable and happy or whatever? Like, I don't get it. Everybody's like, no, my God, he's so, from the competitive place, he should stay there. So, for 15 years of your life, you should stay in a place that you may not really like. You're not going to come out and say, oh, my God, I love Oklahoma City. I hate Oklahoma City. Nobody's going to come out and say, I hate this place except Marbury. He's the only person who's going to tell the truth and be like, Minnesota.
You didn't hear me say he should stay there.
No, okay, but
I'm just not going to Golden State. Like, it's almost like he's going to Cleveland to play with LeBron. There's 2 places, basically, that he just shouldn't have gone. Cleveland and Golden State.
I don't have a problem with it.
Hey, fellas, I got you. This is just crazy in terms of who are we to say where he should and should not go? Because look, Golden State won 73 games, and I would do it again if you told me they were up 3-1 on whomever, and they were up 3-1 on Cleveland and they lost. So they were etched in to win, but they didn't. We're not gonna talk about injury or whatever, but let's just say this, because even Stephen A. is this whole thing of because Golden State beat you. What does that have to do with anything? So what? He should have signed for $200 million and went to the Nets and been there and be there for the rest of his career to be the savior, because you're getting in this thing to win a championship, and nothing's promised. What happens this year if he gets on that team and he gets injured, or Steph gets injured like he got hurt? Anything can happen, man. At the end of the day, it's just like with us. If we have an opportunity to move into series or whatever, but no, we want to keep it 100 and stay where we are because, we're conscientious of that. We want to build what we got. Look, man, we in this for a reason, and so is he. So let him do what he needs to do, and if he needs to look, nobody talks about the stuff that he did in that community when they had tornadoes. Isn't that what it's about? We're selfish, man. We want it because of what we feel is right. I'm not mad at him at all, because I know if we had an opportunity, if your kid was growing up in the inner city and you wanted him to go to another school to get a better opportunity, you're not going to take it because you don't want to be deemed as a sellout.
two totally different things, Breeze. Which is why, as I say to Sewell all the time, I don't try to put this stuff to real life. I don't think you can, because
it is real life.
No,
it is the life.
That is a whole nother world that we just don't live in. It's not our real lives. It's not. It's entertainment.
But Mo, the other thing is this, just like Rasul alluded to, we're it's hyperbole like that because we don't know. Look, they traded Serge Ibaka. This
as they should have.
Well, that's your.
As they should have.
But you don't know.
Anyway, over there, they should have.
We don't know what Kevin Durant felt. He might have said, "Look, man, that guy, regardless of whatever, he was a staple here. He was strong in the locker room. This dude has been increasing his skill level, but they traded him." And we don't know the conversation that he might have had with Westbrook. Westbrook might have told him, "Yo, man, I might be leaving." So
I don't have a problem with that. Reese, I don't have a problem with him leaving. I want to be clear. I do not have a problem with him leaving. I do not. But I guess I'm just an old school dude, and an old school dude is not going to go and play with the team that's stacked. That's almost like us going to the park and just making our team so stacked that we're going to be out here playing against no competition. And I'm not doing that. We're gonna.
Look. If I want competition, I can go anywhere and get competition to play on some entity that's not as strong. Whereas my skills have to be, exposed. But when it comes down to it, because when a cat gets hurt, they're done.
Listen, everybody on this show has played competitive basketball. Everybody on this show. And when we go to the park and we got 10 guys that are friends of ours, what do? We break those teams up as evenly as possible. Is what we do so that we can get good games. That's what we do.
Let me
same thing.
Let me tell you what I do after the break. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
This is it, what? New genie pouring from the sky, let's get rich, what? The GT vibes and sugar dimes, can't quit, what? Now pop the corkers in the figure and get lit, what? Introducing Phantom of the Dark, walk through my heaven with levitation from efficiency, defense, and nation. So moving with Rugers, flash lines, Belafonte Jigger. Escape over this earth as we confiscate your favorite chanting over ground. Levitating, jumping, I see still a hot car, picking forward, chasing diamond runners and ice then. The big killer diamond, can beat your heart, buck strut, freezing world heights, Hollywood, Madam Butterfly. Let me in your house, pleasure from the knuckle swatch, shadow watches hit the black out. I'm playing the deep, what? Sensations at the Monty Bar, reach me the Chiba. Fulfilling pleasures in my castle, flow the smoke out. The boss of Vegas substitutes when the Dutch is gone. The load don't stop, give me shouts, it's the season sauteers. 2 players for swerving, no corners, we managed to moolah. Living with Charlie's angels, hornets, no smiling, we're sliding. That gets you caught up in the octa or dead for moving. It's just like that as we proceed. Saturday night special, better take it light. You just you're a happy chair, west to the coast, the kilo, white in the chain game. Keep your ears out for a year, sipping fountain blue, house of bamboo, paradise. This is it, what? Lucini pouring from the sky, let's get rich, what? The GP vibes and sugar dimes, can't quit, what? Now pop the cork, Christina Vega, and get lit, what? This is it, what? This is it, what? Lucini pouring from the sky, let's get rich, what? The GP vibes and sugar dimes, can't quit, what? Now pop the cork, Christina Vega, and get lit, what?
40 minutes after I back to the Full Disclosure Show again. Do stay tuned for 12 to 1. It's the Breeze DBL. It's going to put down the latest hip hop and R&B mixes. So before we went to the break, we were discussing this Kevin Durant situation. As usual, everybody's against Mo today, and I'm good with that. Listen, I personally just it stinks to me. I don't knock Kevin Durant as a person. All the stuff he did in the community was great. Whatever Russell Westbrook told him, great. I don't care. I didn't want him to necessarily stay there. I just don't like the fact that he went to Golden State. And you know what? They're not going to win this year. They're not. And the fact that Golden State broke up that team to get him, smart idea on their part. However, some of the little nuances that they lost as far as players are concerned are probably going to come back and bite them a little bit, which is why I'm not picking them to win this particular season, because I think that they don't have any big guys of note. They're going out signing all these has-beens, and I'm going to knock one of these guys a little bit later, who they signed. But I know, Sue, before we went to the break, you wanted to say something about the whole Golden State Kevin Durant situation. I don't want to let that get past.
So, I mean, no, I was talking about going to the playground. Like, we in Jersey. If we call Big Will up and whoever else, and we going over to New York to play, I'm taking my stack team to go
Different
play.
conversation.
No. If it's
Together with friends, just 10 guys, and y'all go to the park, you break the teams up even.
Yeah, but they're trying to win. I mean, they're out here trying to. This is a different kind of competition, right? Like, how much does winning? How important is? It depends on how important winning is to you, right? And how important is winning to you? Because
losing.
Well,
he was not losing; he was winning.
No, but it's relative, right? This is what I'm saying. When I say winning, I don't mean winning record or succeeding or having some relative success. Winning the title, winning.
Oh, wait a minute. Golden State only got one. So why you play with LeBron? He got 3 of them.
Because he went to a place that he wanted to go. I mean, that's the thing. He wanted to go.
You said it was about winning, right?
No, I said, I'm asking you, is it about winning or is it about, what's it about? What do you think it should be about for a player?
It should be about both. And if you're an alpha dog in the NBA, you should be trying to lead your own team. Now he's going to go over there. He probably still will be the leading scorer on that team just because that's just who he is. But maybe
he's not an alpha dog because a lot of times you thought Westbrook was the leader of the team. But you were telling me all season you thought Westbrook was the guy over there.
Never told you that. Never told you
that. Who was MVP this year? Who?
To me, it was Kevin Durant. Remember, I thought Kevin Durant should have been higher in the MVP voting.
Right, but I'm saying not you, but I'm just saying in general. Where do people have? They had Westbrook higher than him.
But people are out of their minds. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what else to tell you. You know, this guy averaged 28 and 8 and 6 or whatever his numbers were, but nobody wanted to act like he did nothing. And people was just out of their minds.
Okay.
They're not paying attention, but that's fine.
Listen, he made a choice to go where he wanted to go. No, I'm not. You. In my eyes, you only get 2 or 3 times to do this in your career. So, and I think that the emphasis on winning by everybody is so great now that do you want to play for? Westbrook tells me I'm out next year. So what? Wait, I was just saying.
Next year. It's not like he didn't have the option to stay there another year. Even if Westbrook told him that, he still could have stayed there another year, right? So let's throw that out the equation.
Okay, but why does he have to say I can't go to Cleveland or I can't go to Golden State because I'm an alpha dog, so I can't go there? So where could he go? Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of teams with alpha dogs. So
no, it's not a lot of teams with alpha dogs that he wouldn't be the alpha dog. There's only 1 or 2 teams where he would not be the alpha dog.
But you think he's going to be the best? You think he's going to be the best player on Golden State? So what's the difference?
Yes. I absolutely. I think he's going to be the best scorer on Golden State. Yes.
Who's going to be the best player on Golden State?
He's going to be the best player. It depends upon how you want to define it. And he's absolutely going to probably lead them in scoring. 100% in my mind, I think that's going to be the case. Let me ask you this question: if Golden State won the NBA championship, should he have gone there then? Do you think he would have gone? Let me ask that question.
I don't know what he would have done.
Why not? Right? In my opinion, going by what you're telling me, he should absolutely go there. It shouldn't matter, right?
I didn't say he wouldn't have went. I'm just saying I don't know what he would have done, but I also think that
assume that the same things are going to transpire. Why wouldn't you?
I'm trying to get it out. I wouldn't care if he went. Maybe
I didn't say you wouldn't care. I'm asking, do you think he would have gone? Do you think the same things would have transpired?
If he really wanted to go to Golden State, yeah.
I don't believe he would have gone.
Okay.
I do not believe he would have gone if they would have won the NBA championship. Don't believe he would have went there.
Dude, at some point, sometimes in your life, you've got to be able to stand up and make your own decisions and not care about what other people think.
As he should.
So,
100%.
And so he went out there and decided he wanted to go to Golden State. Maybe he likes their brand of basketball. Maybe he likes the style that they play. Maybe he's not into the style that they play in Oklahoma City like that. No matter how much success they're having, I mean, Golden State. We've heard this from different personalities on television and on radio. You know, they play a super fun style that people enjoy playing, and it's not. Maybe that's what Kevin Durant wants. You know, in his and I don't know how many people play like Golden State. So if that's what he wanted, and he says, "Hey, man, I like the way they play. I like the culture. I like whatever. I like all this other stuff. Why not go? Like, who am I to be like, oh man, you shouldn't have went there on the Stephen A. That's just the cowardliest thing he's ever seen or whatever he said. So like, because I have an opportunity, I have a collectively bargained opportunity to go where I want to go. And then according to some people, they're like, well, there's some places that should be off limits for you going because the competitive nature. I know who this dude is already.
You want to shut me up, then shut me up. Win, beat me, and just because they stack with me, that doesn't mean no doubt. And you know what? Then everybody be happy. But the human nature, man. If we all, to a person, have an opportunity to do better for ourselves, our family, or whatever, you're gonna do that. You are going to do that. And for this man to get the scrutiny that he's to be called a coward because he did. If they would have lost if they would have beat Golden State, so he shouldn't even make the attempt to go there. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that they beat him. It's just crazy. And everybody, that's the love of this country, man. That's why we go around. But to say and to be so derogatory about this man and his decision, it's like really. The better question is this. And I know they didn't play, but I'll just make the example. If Portland beat Oklahoma City and then Kevin Durant went to Golden State, you'd be all right with it? But if he went to
they won 73. I would not be all right with it under any circumstance.
So he can't go. So he can't go to a team that did well.
Right. No, a team that won 73 games, absolutely not. I'm not going with that.
But you said he couldn't. But wait, you said he couldn't go to Cleveland either. They only won 60-something games. So
they won the NBA championship.
Well, okay. So if Cleveland didn't win the title, you'd be okay with him going to Cleveland?
No, I would not. I don't want him to go to a team that's ready to win a championship. Win the championship where you are, or go somewhere else where you can make a team win. He's not going to make Golden State win. He's not. He's just going to be a part of the wheel over there. That's all he's going to be. He's going to be another spoke into the wheel. And to me,
it's a team
as an alpha dog, you can't do it. I'm just an old school dude, clearly. You know, I saw something
people are probably against free agency. Then.
No, that's not being against free agency.
Well, I could be a free agent.
Against free agency.
Okay, but I'm for free agency, but not for a guy going to a team that's ready to win. So you can go to another team that sucks if you want to, but don't go to a team that's ready to win.
Please stop with the free agency thing, because the reality is this. I want Kevin Durant to be able to go where he wants. Doesn't mean I got to like where he went. Doesn't mean I got to like it, but I want him to have the opportunity to go. So being a free agent has nothing to do with it. It's nothing. I'm in 100% favor of free agency. Doesn't mean I got to like where he goes. That's all I'm saying. I saw Larry Bird say something about, I can't even imagine myself going to play with Magic Johnson. Can you imagine? Really? Listen, you don't have a problem with it. I do.
Listen. This isn't. We can't take the position that this is tennis or something, where it's a one-on-one game, and that's why and nobody can really answer this for me. Hey, Garnett wasn't going to win anything in Minnesota, and that's the way it should have been, right? Because he's been state in Minnesota.
So it's two totally different conversations. Garnett did not make the NBA Finals. Garnett did not have another top 7 player in the NBA on his team. He did not. Two totally different conversations.
No, I'm asking you to point about him being the superstar guy who should have been trying to have the team around. He should be trying to build the team to win. He's
not building the team, though. He's not building it. He can only take what's given to him. He's not building it.
Exactly.
So him staying in Minnesota, he's not bringing the players there. It's not his role.
If I say to myself, if I'm Kevin Durant or Oklahoma City, and we obviously see how you feel about Ibaka, but I say Obama, but maybe he feels a little differently than you do. Maybe he feels different. Maybe he feels differently about some of the moves they made. Maybe the chemistry's not there with him and Dion Waiters. That we saw a little something that might have been. Maybe all that stuff is there, and you know what? He should eat that up because he should suck that up because.
I never told you he needs to stay in Oklahoma City. So
okay,
that's what I said. I didn't say that.
Okay, so now he could leave. You just can't go to Golden State or
Cleveland.
Huh?
Like it. Didn't say he couldn't go. I personally would not go.
Clearly he could go because he went. So I get that, but
right. I just don't like it. That's all.
Go to somewhere, whatever. It's all good. Stop making it all. Stop making it all about winning championships, and you won't see all these moves.
I don't make it all about winning championships.
It's not you. That's what I'm saying.
I'm giving my opinion though right now, right? We're talking about my opinion. You and I going back and forth.
I'm telling you why he probably leaves. I'm sure he doesn't hear you. So I'm sure that it probably should be. He
wouldn't be in the situation he in if he was listening to me. He'd be somewhere else.
He probably called it, talked to you about your nonsense. So he should be listening.
Did you see what Paul Pierce wrote?
No.
Paul Pierce put out a tweet that said, if you can't beat him, I guess you got to join him. And he put an icon with one of those emojis with the hand on the fist, like, whatever. So he absolutely said something about it.
All right, but let me just stay on Paul Pierce for a second, right? So it's okay when Celtic management brings 3 of the top 15 players in the league together. That's all right. But if those 3 players decided on their own to get together, that would suck. Not to you.
That's not what Paul Pierce said, though.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, since you said that, I'm just bringing this point together. If management, like Golden State, who'll use Golden State? So Steph Curry's going to get a pass, right? Because he doesn't have anything to do with this. So Steph Curry, okay, so Steph Curry, it's okay when Golden State's management drafts and gets a great free agent and drafts well and brings these stars together. But if these guys all together said, hey, we're going to go meet and play in New York, then the Walt Clyde Frazier's and all of that going to have problems. So management can put these people together, the players together, but the players can't be empowered themselves to put themselves together, or else they're trying to look for the easy way out.
I never said that, but the reality is...
What do you think? That's what I'm asking you. What do you think about
these guys getting together and playing if that's what they want to do? Steph Curry doesn't take a hit here because Steph Curry's not trying to go join a team with someone else. So that's why he's not going to take the hit here. He's not. He's not in his prime trying to go join a team of a whole bunch of other superstars. So yes, he does not take a hit. The guy has the right to go where he wants. I didn't have a problem with what LeBron did. Had no issue with that. Yes, they should be able to go and create these teams if that's what they want to do. Doesn't mean I gotta like it. They absolutely should be able to have the right to go do it. But what LeBron did, to me, is totally different than what Kevin Durant's doing. LeBron created a team that wasn't winning any NBA championships, wasn't winning 73 games, and they molded that team together. This guy's just jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, that's what it is. He's jumping on the bandwagon. Hey, listen, this is the hottest thing smoking right now. Let me get on that one right now. Let's go. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, but real talk, and I'm sure you're gonna minimize this. It's about 4 or 5 of them Golden State dudes left. That ain't the same team that won 73 games. And you're about to talk about all these other dudes they're gonna try to plug in. So it's about going to play with Steph and Clay and Draymond. It's not about him just insert him into the 73-win team because it's not the same team. It's just not.
Listen, I'm the first one who told you I don't think they're going to win a championship. And as you was coming back in after the break, I was also saying that I don't think they're going to be as good as what people think that they are because they lost so many parts. I'm the same one telling you that. I literally just said the same thing.
So the point.
However, NBA players affect games because they play both sides of the ball more than any other sport that's not an individual sport. They affect the games more. And usually, and I'm a believer in this, and you've heard me say this to you before, the best talent usually wins. And that's what's going on in this situation. They will have the best collection of talent to win. They're going to have the best collection. It is what it is. I just don't think they're going to win this year. I think it's going to take them a year.
That's fine. But we got to just put this notion, we got to put this fire out that he went and joined the 73-win team. He went and joined it. He went and joined it. Wait, no, he went and joined an organization that won 73 wins last year because this isn't the same team. That's all I'm saying. It's not the same team. It's not insert him on this 73-win team and let's go. You're saying yourself they're not going to be as good as they were last year, record-wise.
You're giving me semantics right now because I guarantee you probably can't find over the last 30 years 5 teams that kept the exact same team from the previous year. You can't find 5, I guarantee you, over the last 30 years.
But would I be better off saying that he went to play with Clay, Draymond, and Steph?
No. He went to team that won 73 games the previous year. That's a fact. It's a fact.
He went and joined the organization that won 73 wins.
A team, organization, whatever. Now you want to put in there. I don't care.
He went to play. He went because when we look at this team day one, it'll be way different than that team was last year. So that's what I'm saying. It could be taken the wrong way if you're just gonna say, man, he been joining this team like they got rid of Barbosa and inserted Kevin Durant and they got the same squad. That's not what happened. It's just not what happened. And we're talking about it like that's what's happening. That's not what's happening.
You in semantic land right now. Listen, I don't know.
He's going to play. He's going to play with Stephen Clay and Draymond. That's about all that's left. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to play with that 73-win team. That's a fact.
Let me ask you a question. Is that the best team on paper?
I don't even know who they have now. So I can't answer the question. I don't know all the other players that they got rid of. I know they still got Sean Livingston.
Exactly who they have.
Well, I know who their stars are. I don't know who
the guys who are going to play. You know the top 7 guys who are going to play on that team. You know them.
I only know the 5 guys that are on that team. I don't know past 5. I really don't. I don't know past 5. I don't know who the big guy is. I don't know who.
John Pachulia.
Okay, and when I start and when I get the 5, 6, 7, 8, they're all different people than they were last year. I don't care if you tell me or not. They're not the same people from last year.
7 and 8 are different.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. He's going to play with the. I named the 3 top guys on the squad and said he's going to play with those guys.
Listen, that team is going to be exactly in the same space they were last year. They may not win 73 games, but they're going to be just as good. They won 73 games because of a lot of other factors, not because they were just that great. I think we're close to a break. Am I right, Breeze?
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
I know. I love it, man. You guys are a little raw. R-A-W.
Steve, you're going to have to sit in for a segment for me, man. This guy's getting under my skin right now. Coming on.
Fish hash, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Listen, you got to use flounder with that, too. Nice texture. You know what I'm saying? All right. We'll resume this sports talk right after the break.
Hey, I love it. You guys are raw.
Terrorist, here to bring trouble to phony MCs. I move on and seize, I just conquer, solve another rapper with ease. Cause I'm at my apex, another raw kilo, nothing but a milliliter. I'm a kilo, second to none, making MCs run, so don't try to step to me, cause I ain't one. I believe rappers just like Tylenol, and they know it. So I don't see why you all try to front, perpetrating a stunt when you know that I smoke you up like a blunt. Genuine like Gucci, raw like sushi. This age of rage is what rap did to me, to make me want to create chaos and mayhem. Cold rock a party until the 8 a.m. I'll make a muscle, grab the mic and hustle. While you stand days in a maze, I'll bust a little rhyme with authority, superiority, and captivate the whole crowd with majority. The rhymes I use definitely amuse, better than Dynasty or Hill Street Blues. I'm sure to score and door for blue without a feeling. And in my lifetime, believe I've never been beaten or eaten and just taken out. You know, come to think about it, I keep the seats looking out and real nervous when I'm at the service. So give me that. You know the service. I work like a slave who come from a master. And when I say a rhyme, you know they have to be perfectly fitted. Cause I'm committed, the entertainer and trainer and Kane will get with it. I go and flow and throw to let you know I damage you. I'm not an amateur, but a professional and questionable without doubt superb. So full of action, my name should be a verb. My voice will float on every note when I clear my throat. That's all. Minute that the cane starts to go on, believe it's gonna be smooth sailing, so on. As I put other rappers out of their misery, get them in a battle and make them more history. Ruling and schooling, and see that I'm drooling. Watch them all take a fall as I sit back cooling on my throne with the bronze microphone. God bless the child again, hold his own.
1 minute after hour, back to the Full Disclosure Show. Again, please stay tuned from 12 to 1. Mr. Breeze DBL is going to put down the latest hip-hop and R&B classics. What up, Marlon? I see you on the check-in out here today.
Big Marlon, funny.
Twitter.
Hey, Marlon, that Whiting's a go for you, man. He knows what that is.
So let's take this conversation a little bit forward about Kevin Durant. Let's get off of him a little bit.
Let me just ask you one more question before you go.
Okay.
if Kevin Durant feels like Golden State's the best organization, should he want to go play for the best organization?
Listen, he can go do what he wants. I really don't. Listen,
No, I'm saying, would you have a problem with him wanting to go play for the best organization?
I don't know how he would know that, but yeah, I would not have a problem with it. I don't know how he's going to know that that's the best organization if he's never been in it. So I don't know how he's going to know that, right? And if you want to go by that, then the best organization by theory is the San Antonio Spurs. By theory.
Well, I mean, if his perceived best organization.
He can go anywhere he wants to go. I don't have a problem with him leaving Oklahoma City. I just don't like it. It stinks. Just don't like it. I'm an old school dude. Go and win. Don't go try to join the whole group of teams to try and get your ring. It's the same thing we talked about every other old school dude. And even the old school dudes, I got it because they was old. They were old and they were not alpha dogs anymore. But I get it. They were trying to get a ring. They were chasing rings. They were chasing them. I get it. 100%. I just don't like the fact that this guy's 27 and he's trying to chase a ring at the same time. Moving forward, some other guys that are trying to chase rings. Ray Allen. Ray Allen ain't been in the NBA in 2 years. He's 41 years old. Ray Allen talking about he wants to come out of retirement and go play for Golden State Warriors. Apparently he has contacted Golden State and Cleveland to some extent as well, talking about going to play with the Golden State Warriors. My thoughts on Ray Allen coming back out of retirement. Ray Allen needs to come to the park with me and Rasul on Saturday morning. What Ray Allen needs to do is 41, stop it. You can't guard anyone, stop, man. Stop chasing rings yourself. Any thoughts on that?
Hey.
Hey, Breeze, it's just keeping it real. You need to come to the park and shoot with us.
Well, I was wondering why the joint smoking. It's on fire.
41, come on.
You know what he's saying? If James Jones still getting rings, I might as well get rings too. That's what he said.
Jones still getting them because he was under contract. And he ain't sit out 2 years.
Oh, well, listen, man. Can you make this? Is he better? Is he better than Brandon Rush?
No.
Okay. If he's not better than Brandon Rush, he shouldn't come out.
Let's be clear. Ray Allen was done with it. The last time we saw him on the court, he was finished. And that's after playing the whole season and getting through it without taking any time. He's done. He's 41. Will, I know you're a Connecticut guy. He's done. Done.
Hey, I'm a Connecticut guy too.
Done. Done.
Shout out to those Huskies up
So
there.
I hope that nobody signs him. I don't want to see him. I really don't. I don't want to see him. It's just gonna look back. He's done.
Okay.
Even when Mike came back, Mike still had a little bit left in the tank. He ain't got nothing left in the tank. Nothing.
Maybe the 2 years rejuvenated him. We don't know.
Okay, he can come play in the CYO league. So that's about all he's going to be rejuvenated to. Let's just keep it 100. Another guy who I got to knock real quick, David West. David West is the same guy that left the Indiana Pacers, left $12 million on the table, but a little bit less because he went and played in with the Spurs chasing the ring for, I guess he got paid, what, $2-3 million last year? Something like that.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, he's off the Spurs bandwagon, and now he wants to go run the Golden State because he sees that where that gravy train is going, and now he's going to go play for another 1.9. So the reality is he left about $8 million on the table. Really? Come on, David West. You're done too. It's time. It's time. It is time to come and sit on the couch. It's time. You know the crazy thing is, I know his brother. I haven't talked to him in years, but I know his brother. And I wish I had his number because I called him and be like, listen, tell your brother to stop. And I understand why Golden State signed him because they just don't have any bigs anymore. But he's chasing rings. And he barely got minutes. I won't say barely, but he played a big part role over in San Antonio. And now he's going to go over here and try and get it. Come on, man. When it's over, it's over.
Oh, I'm with you. I believe when it's over, it's over. But they don't believe it's over.
Yeah, well, you know, I can't stand it. Another guy I need to knock real quick. Big Will sent an article about Reggie Miller. And in this article, Reggie Miller was talking about, you know, the goings-ons of what Kevin Durant decided to do. And basically, where I caught a little bit of tension on my part was the fact that Reggie Miller was comparing himself to Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, and John Stockton, guys who didn't get rings. Slow down, dude. You're not them. Let's slow this gravy train down. You're not them. This is what the media did. They created a guy who played 18 years in one space, and now he's thinking he's up here with these all-time greats. He's not. You're not Karl Malone. You're not the all-time leading assist guy in the NBA history. You're not Charles. Listen, you're not. Let's just cut it back a little bit and keep your place in where you belong. You're down there with Mitch Richmond and that group of guys. You're not even Clyde Drexler. Let's just keep it 100. You're not. So let's just that article bothered me. Then he goes on to bother me another part of the article where he says Klay Thompson is going to be the fourth option on this team. He said Draymond Green is going to be the third option. He said Klay Thompson is fourth in the pecking order. You got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. Am I missing something here?
One, you really disrespect Reggie Miller.
That's not disrespect. Wait. Where can I disrespect him at? He's on the same level as Charles Barkley?
Listen,
Answer the question. Yes or no?
I don't think he's Barkley.
Okay. Is he on the same level with Karl Malone and John Stockton?
He's probably
Or
on the
Clyde
level of
Drexler?
Stockton. He's probably on the level of Stockton. He's probably
not.
on the level of Stockton.
John Stockton's the all-time leading assist guy in NBA history.
Can I go? Ooh, stop. Can I go? All right. So I think when Reggie left, he was the all-time three-point leading shooter or whatever when he left the game. So I'm sure that's why he feels the way he feels. And he did leave with some records. So let's not act like he didn't. So I know you talk about his only averaging 18 a game. But wait a minute. He was the best three-point shooter in the history of the basketball game. In the history of the NBA. Let's not just act like he was some regular guy over there. I don't know what Reggie... Wait. Let's not act like he's some regular Hall of Fame. Let's put it that way. That fair? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so he left it. Mitch Richmond didn't leave the game, leading the league in anything. He wasn't the best at any. Reggie Miller left this game the best at doing something. That does mean something. I know you could just poo-poo it, but it does mean something.
Poo-poo it. You
didn't acknowledge it though. You were like, when you start talking about John Stockton and he's the all-time assist leader. Okay, fine. He played 100 years too, but he's the all-time assist leader. That's all good. Reggie Miller did leading this league in something. He was the all-time leader in something in this league, and you won't even mention that when you're talking down about Reggie Miller. That doesn't even count.
Wait. I did not talk down about him. I just put him in a category where he belongs. Is what I did. That's all I did.
Him leading the league in three-point shooting means nothing. What does that mean to you?
I didn't say it didn't mean anything. I just didn't mention it.
Stop myself. What does it mean to you? That doesn't propel him to the level. I just said you're going to say it doesn't mean anything. You say, I didn't say it, but to me, it doesn't mean anything.
To me, right, you asked, I didn't say it, but to me, it doesn't mean anything.
Okay. All right, then that's why Reggie Miller feels the way he feels. Yeah. I left this league being the best whoever did it. That's what he left the league. When he walked out the league, he was the best to ever do it. That's why he feels like he's where he talks about himself, because he was the best in the history of the game. Nobody did it better than him. That's why he feels that way. And
I'm not that way because the media, these talking heads, put him in that category. That's why he feels like he can do that. That's exactly why. You know, I wish I could meet Reggie Miller, because I'd ask him, Reggie, do you think you're really a Hall of Famer? I would ask. I have a series of questions that I would ask this guy. I really do. I would ask him that. Do you really think you're a Hall of Famer? Do you think he is better than this person? Do you think he's better than that? I really want to know. And if he believes he is, fine, no problem. I just don't agree with his comments. What are your comments about Klay Thompson being fourth on the pecking order?
I don't agree.
Okay. I wasn't off base there. I was okay with that one.
Yeah, I don't agree. It's okay. I'm not acting like this dude is everything he says is gold. I'm not saying that, but yeah, I mean, I think Klay is the third option on that squad.
But again, what he's doing is what's happened to Reggie Miller. They're making this guy Draymond Green into something that he's not. Every time I turn around, it's, Draymond Green's a star. He ain't a star. He's a role player. He's a role player that plays on a perfect team. That's what he is. I think I've got, one more guy I need to knock off, too.
Yeah.
Nick Young. I got to knock him really quickly, too. Did you see this idiot go and pick up a M16 firework or whatever it was and almost blow his hand off?
Nah.
We don't learn. Like, we don't learn. Jason Pierre-Paul even put out some PSAs right before 4th of July. And then this guy goes and picks one up while it's burning and blows up in his hand. We don't learn? Really? And you're shooting that? Really? What? Any thoughts?
Nah, he's an idiot, man. We know he's a clown. Already. Like, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. You know.
No, I'm surprised by that. No, that surprises me. The little stupid stuff he does with the women or whatever, I don't care. The stuff he does, this surprises me because it's just retarded.
Well, we talked about this a billion times on this show. You would be surprised if anybody picked up a lit M80. That wouldn't be a smart thing to do. These dudes are just stupid dudes who can play ball and got money. They're the same dude around the corner that's gonna pick up this M80. The same guy, except he's got a jump shot. That's it. Why are you shocked? Because he's in the NBA?
No, I'm shocked because yes, in a sense, yes, because by standards of what this world believes, he's made it. Why do you do something stupid to jeopardize you getting out of the situation that millions of other young brothers would love to be in? Why would you do something dumb to jeopardize? That's just one of the stupidest things you could do.
Okay. I'm not shocked. It doesn't shock me. These are regular dudes, man. You know dudes who play in the NBA. Like, these just regular knucklehead dudes
Get
with
it?
the ball.
They're not going to put the firework in their hands. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sure. Are you kidding me? Of course they are. You wouldn't. It'd be dumb for anybody to do it. People do it all the time. Some people going to work. Some people going to work tomorrow. There's a dude out here who picked it up on the 4th. Is going to work tomorrow, and he uses his hands at work. He could have blew his hand off and lost his job and lost everything. Of course, people do it all the time. I'm not shocked.
Stupidity is it's just crazy. All right, last thing I want to talk about with this whole Kevin Durant thing, just to finish up. Oklahoma City, what do they do next? Do you trade Russell Westbrook right now while you can?
Yep.
So you do trade him. Do you trade him before the season, or do you wait till the trade deadline in February?
I mean, I trade him when I can. I probably trade him now because now it's about trying to get another Kevin Durant and another Westbrook. So I need the best draft pick possible. I don't need to be out here winning any games because of Westbrook. 0. I need to be 0-82. I need to do everything I can to make sure I get that first pick. That's what because winning 27 games means absolutely nothing. But it's less lottery balls for me. I need to get all the lottery balls I can get. So get rid of this dude now. Let me get some draft picks back. Let me get somebody's draft pick. I'll have my draft pick and pray that I can get Durant and Westbrook part 2.
So you trade him, you're never going to get equal value from him. Never.
If he walks, I don't get anything.
So you better get something than nothing.
Always. Almost every situation I've been in.
Let me ask you this question. Can this team make the playoffs, this Oklahoma City team?
No.
They can't make the playoffs?
At all.
I might differ with you on that, just a little bit.
Okay.
They might be able to be the 8th seed. They're not as good as Portland?
No. Without Westbrook, without Durant?
Yeah, they're not as good as Portland? Why? No. What did Portland have besides Damian Lillard and the kid McCullough?
What does Oklahoma City have now?
Now they got Victor Oladipo. They still got Steven Adams over there. Listen, they got the kid Sabonis in the draft. They got an okay squad. It's okay, no pun intended, but it's not bad.
That's a good.
I'm not.
That was excellent. Really was.
He said, "Okay, I see what he did with that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stevie Wonder just texted me and said he sees it.
All right.
But you don't think they can make the playoffs?
No.
I think they can. And I mean,
put it this way: I don't think they're gonna make it, but I mean, if they made it, they'd be an 8 or 7. So it's one of those.
For sure.
I don't think they're gonna be 13 in the West, but I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. So we might not be far off. You might have them at 8, and I might have them at 9. So I don't think that we're gonna be too. I don't think that we're so far different on our opinions here.
So I have a question for you. I'm trying to see if we're up against a break. We got 1 minute. So I'm gonna ask the question, but I don't want your answer. Right? Would you do this? Now I'm way ahead of the curve, just thinking forward, still talking.
When you're asking me a question that you don't want me to answer.
Right, I don't want you to answer until after the break.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we got a minute before the break. And I'm way ahead of the curve here. There are rumors that Russell Westbrook is either going to go to LA or he may want to come to New York. If you are the New York Knicks and Oklahoma City calls you saying Russell Westbrook will sign there long term, you got to give us Kristaps Porzingis. Are you doing it? Take us to break.
I think you just did. I'll answer that after the break.
Make a clap to this. 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 I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's biting me, inviting me to rhyme. I can't hold it back. I'm looking for the line, taking off my coat, clearing my throat. The rhyme will be kicking in till I hit my last note. My mind remains defined, all kind of ideas. Self-esteem makes it seem like a thought took years to build, but still say a rhyme after the next one. Prepared, never scared. I'll just bless one, and you know that I'm the solo wizard. So Eric, make a clap to this. 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 I don't run out of chill, don't be acting ill. No tricks in 86, it's time to build. Eric be easy on the cut, no mistakes allowed. Cause to me, MC, me move the crowd. I made it easy to dance to this. But can you detect what's coming next from the flex of the wrist? Saying need and I proceed, cause my man made a mix. If he won't be no band-aid to fix a fingertips. So I'm rhyming to there's no rhymes left. I hurry up and cut the curl, bitch, bleed to death. And he's kicking it, cause it ain't no half-stepping. The party is live, the rhyme can't be kept inside of me. So up, it's just like a volcano. It ain't the everyday style of the same old rhyme. Cause I'm gonna bring the rest of it. Every beat is on the clock, and my niggas rock. Make a clap to this. Make a clap to this. You've been invited to a quiet storm, but now it's out of hand cause you told me you hate me. And then you asked what have I done lately. First you said all you want is love and affection. Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. Take you out, buy you all kinds of things. Make a fact of this. Call the attitude. You need food to eat up. I'm steaming like I'm dreaming on the couch with my feet up. You scream, I'm lazy. You must be crazy. Thought I was a donut. You tried to glaze.
20 minutes after the hour, back to the Full Disclosure Show. Again, you guys are 40 minutes away from Mr. Breeze DBL and his fully disclosed mix. Can't wait to hear what he has going on today.
Hey, big shout out to Vaughn Harper, yo. I mean,
yes, Vaughn Harper did pass. I did hear that.
Big influence, man. Sad, and then come to find out, man, he was a big time ball player at Syracuse, man. I think he tried it. Yeah, he tried out. I think he tried out for the Pistons and got cut, but I didn't realize he was as tall as he is too. Well, 6'4".
Really?
Yeah.
For those of you not in the New York area, he's definitely a very popular radio DJ here in the area.
The babies made when the Vaughn man was on. Word up,
Quiet Storm for sure. Yeah, I happened to catch that as I was riding the car yesterday for a hot second, and somebody kind of said it, but I didn't get the full story. So that did happen. Wow. Definitely prayers out to his family and everyone. So
before you get to it, I had to address somebody. Yeah. Hey, Marlon, you're not alone over here. Big Will. Now, I want to, just give you a little insight on the difficulty of trying to entertain a nation and tweet and actually, digest the information that's being disseminated. And hopefully from my dudes, I like to think that this information that being given to me is correct. But once again, somebody with all day will I give you a little pass because you're at work, allegedly. Uh, so you're sending me stuff, and I think you need to before I blow you up at the next break. I think you need to go check Wikipedia or something because you're sending me text messages that I believe are inaccurate. So you might want to check your Wikipedia. I'll give you a chance to apologize to me before I decide whether I'm going to put you on full blast. You're on partial blast. You got to buy the rest of this to get the code to get full blast. And I'm about to give you this gift for free. All right? Sorry, Bo.
Ouch. Okay, fair enough, Big Will. You got your challenge, baby. Go make sure your info.
You got 15 minutes, Will.
Make sure your info is right when you send it. Before you went to the break, we were talking about Oklahoma City and whether they should trade Russell Westbrook. And New York supposedly is on his list of destinations. Obviously, he's into this whole fashion world, and FIT is in New York, and so I'm probably the fashion capital of the world. I know Sue may not like that. I said that because he knows how much I love New York. But either there or back home to LA, right? And the question was, if you're Oklahoma City and you call the New York Knicks and tell them that Russell Westbrook will sign long term with the New York Knicks. If you are the Knicks, do you give your prized rookie Kristaps Porzingis up for Russell Westbrook?
No.
Wow. Stunned to hear you say that. Why not?
I mean, I think it's the same situation with the Kevin Love and Andrew Wiggins thing. I just wait a year. If he really wants to come, I'm not going to win next year with him. I wait a year, and I got them both. Of course I don't give them up. Why would I?
Well, the difference is there's salary cap implications, right? So the Knicks probably won't have the money. They may not have the money to be able to pay him.
Who they got over there that's taking a Rose is on a 1-year deal. It's a ton of money out here. I don't know all the money like that, so I'm just assuming that the money works. No, I don't trade him.
But
I'm keeping my young. I got Porzingis on a rookie contract for 2 more years after this. So I'm not his money. I'm not worried about at all.
Let me say it this way: he's going to make more money if he comes as a sign and trade, because when you're signing your own player back, you can sign more money and sign them for more money, and the money counts against the cap differently.
If the money makes sense, it's not even a conversation. I'm waiting.
Right, but it's going to be a difference. He's not going to make as much money if he comes as a free agent.
Yeah, I'm still not. I got to get rid of some. I got to go do a Golden State and get rid of some of these other guys.
You're not listening to me. If he comes as a sign and trade this season, now they own his bird rights. Russell Westbrook himself will make more money then. It's not about the organization at that point. It's about how much money he's going to make. You're saying you're just going to wait for him to come the next year. You won't be able to pay him the same amount of money. His bird rights change now because he doesn't own them. He's just a free agent. Two totally different conversations.
So you're assuming that I won't be able to sign him as a free agent.
No, you still may be able to sign him, but you won't be able to sign him. For him, it won't be as lucrative for Russell Westbrook.
Right. So I'm saying you're saying that he wouldn't come.
He may not now, right? Because he may be saying, well, wait a minute. Now I can't get my bird rights.
Well, no, I probably wouldn't trade him. I probably wouldn't trade my guy, and I would say, hey, listen, you come in here, and if winning is of any interest to you, we got a young guy that we can keep. So, no, I'm not doing it. And I got. If I'm projecting this guy to be a superstar, there's some dudes calling him the next Dirk, if that's true, or if he's somewhere close to Dirk, I'm winning, and I got him now. From this moment, I got him on a rookie deal for 3 more years. Yeah, I'm not giving up that asset. I'm
absolutely doing it.
All right, I mean,
here's why. Here's why I'm doing it. He may end up being the next Dirk, or even if he's Dirk Light, that's still probably 3 to 5 years down the road. Russell Westbrook at that point is going to be 30 years old or above. And he's 30 and as hard as he plays every day, night in and night out, he probably only has 2-3 more years. I mean, we have to assume that his career is probably going to follow the same path as Allen Iverson's career. And he's going to probably fall off a cliff just because of how hard he plays every night and how much punishment he takes every night. And you have Carmelo Anthony there right now, and the Knicks are trying to win right now. How do you not take a top 5 player for a guy that you're hoping to be Dirk, at least Dirk light? How do you not take the proven guy? I'm absolutely, and he's young. It's not like he's old. You know, Russell Westbrook is not old. He's 25 probably. 26 maybe.
Again, you put in a lot of extra caveats. So, I mean, if I thought I could sign him in the next year, I'm obviously signing him. And I don't know if I'm that high on my young asset. I don't know if I'm giving up my young asset. It's just not. I mean, I'm not a guy who. He's not. Durant at 25 and Westbrook at 25 are two totally different players for me. And I know Durant's older, but I'm just using him as an example because I'm gonna follow the AI path with Westbrook probably, right? And so, or Derek, these little guard dudes that depend on their athleticism and speed and quickness so much to be able to be effective. I don't know how long that's gonna last. If I truly believe in my scouting department and they're telling me I got the next Dirk over a guy, I got the next Dirk for 15 years over a guy that I'm gonna have for 5. I'm probably staying with the 15 guy.
Yeah, but when you say over the next 15 years, he won't be Dirk for 15 years because it's probably only going to be 10 years. It's probably
over 10 years, over the guy that I may have over 5. Right? And I don't know if I got MVP caliber Westbrook for the next 5 years.
See, I think you do. And on top of that, you still have Carmelo Anthony there now at 32. So you have a chance to win right now. If you put him, Carmelo Anthony, and Russell Westbrook on the same team, you have a chance to win right now. You have that Kevin Durant dynamic now, and you just got to build your team out around it. You instantly become a 55-win team instantly in the East.
Yeah, again, I told you that option number 1 for me would be to try to get him in the offseason.
Just something I threw out there because I have a feeling that may come to fruition. That's just me seeing the future. But something to think about. We'll follow that as it goes.
Or is that you rooting for New York to be relevant again?
Well, New York's always relevant. I don't know how many times we got had this discussion. New York's always relevant. The Knicks are going to always be relevant.
What's the next topic?
Okay. Dwayne Wade. The NBA had, you know what? I got to say this about the NBA. The NBA is having an incredible offseason so far. Incredible. The draft to me was it was kind of so-so. You know, we saw a guy, Ben Simmons, go first threw a nice pass last night. I got to give him.
Hey, man, that kid is the truth.
I'm not a believer, Breeze.
Woof, he's nice.
Can't score. Can't score. Not a believer.
Hey, man, he's not. I don't expect. He's a rookie. Dude is still young. Let's have this conversation in 4 years from now. Magic wasn't a scorer either. He wasn't a great shooter either.
He ain't Magic. Let's slow down.
Tangibles, Mo. Isn't it about making your team better and your teammates better?
I don't know if he can do that.
It's not like he can't shoot at all. You know, he's not prolific.
But I think he can shoot it all.
Truth is out. We'll have this conversation. I think it's going to take him about 4 years, whereas his game will really mature. But the intangibles that this kid has, 6'9", 240, yeah. And he can handle, yeah, I'll deal with him.
I'll put $20 on my jump shot with me and him in a shooting contest, and I hope you would do the same. So,
okay, I'll give you that, but you act like the cat is not going to progress. It's like just because he comes in, he can't shoot a jump shot, and he's a rookie.
No, I just don't see it, and I could be wrong. Listen, I could be 1,000% wrong. I don't see it. I don't. I don't.
But let me ask you this: you don't see it based on what? Because he can't shoot now?
Because he just can't. To me, he's not a scorer at all. And all of his
passes. LeBron wasn't a scorer either. LeBron was a facilitator and still is by heart.
LeBron came to this league and dropped 20 a night right off the bat.
But his jump shot was butter?
No, but he was big and strong and could get to the basket and do what he wanted to do.
But wait, we just talking. But with Simmons, your thing was predicated on he can't shoot. It wasn't about anything else. It wasn't
He
his
can't
shot.
shoot, he can't score. So let me say it that way. He can't shoot, and I don't believe he's a scorer. I think he's going to have trouble. I just don't see it.
I got you, and I feel you on that. The verdict is still out. I think the kid, because I'm on potential, and the kid has potential, and it's not like his game is not going to progress. It's not like he's not willing to progress, and for his size and his
I question a little bit of that, but go ahead.
Okay, I got you. But again, it's premature. I until proven wrong, I think that cat has superstar written all over him.
Ooh, okay. Listen, for his sake, I hope you're 100% right and I'm 100% wrong. I don't see it. So what I was saying was with the NBA has a lot going on. So they've gone from a great NBA Finals series to an NBA draft, draft to free agency. Dwayne Wade,
Shout out, baby.
Miami himself, has left the nest. Unbelievable. Went back home. I never would have put money that would have happened ever, that he was going to leave Miami.
He just wanted to have the opportunity to be with Kelly. That's what it was. He wanted to be on the show, the morning show. That's what that was about.
Dude, listen, I don't know. But Dwayne Wade left Miami, went to Chicago, 2 years, $47 million. Miami Heat ended up offering him 2 years and 41.5, I think was the last deal that I saw they put on the table. And they basically gave them all of the money they had left on their cap space left. The problem was this. Miami prioritized Hassan Whiteside and Kevin Durant before him. And I guess these are the questions that I need to ask. One, were they wrong? I already know what Sue was going with this. Were they wrong for doing this? And two, do you think they were a bit disrespectful to Dwayne Wade and all he has brought to the city of Miami? What are your thoughts?
It feels disingenuous. Would probably be the word to answer the second question. Wrong. I think if you made some backroom deal, which we all assume, but we weren't there, so we don't know. If you made a backroom deal and didn't honor it, then the answer is yes to wrong. But I think I put a lot of blame on D Wade for taking these cuts along the way. Like, yeah, I wasn't mad at Kobe for taking the $30 million at the end. I was mad at Kobe saying, "Yeah, it's about winning." No, it wasn't. It was about getting yours. It's all good. I'm not mad at you. And I've sat on this show and said, if I'm out there playing, I'd be looking at it as a job. Pay me. I'm going to play as hard as I can to win. But my primary concern would be my check. And so Wade put his trust in the Miami organization. And then the Miami organization is drawing a line saying, hey, we're not going to do what the Lakers did for Kobe, which they probably shouldn't. I don't know. Like, from a business perspective, it might not make sense.
So I say this is what they did, because he's not in the same situation as Kobe. At least, and you pointed this out, and I didn't necessarily agree with it at the time, at least Kobe was coming off of an injury. Dwayne Wade had a very good season this season.
Well, he absolutely did.
So he should be getting paid based upon what he's done, right?
No. See, I think you get paid based on what you're going to do. You don't get paid for the past.
Well, then
if I'm giving you a 10-year contract, I'm projecting you to do something over the next 10 years. I'm not going to give you a 10-year contract based on what you did last year. A part of the future has to have a part of the contract that I'm giving. My assumption of what's going to happen in the future has to be a part of the contract that I'm giving you. It's not about what you did last year.
So I'm going to use something against you that you always throw out at me. What did you see to make you think that he's not going to average 19 points a game this year? Come on.
I don't know if 19 points a game is worth $30 million a year. That's my point. I don't know if he's going to get 19 or not.
But has done all of he's done for your organization. So you don't want to factor that in. I do.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if I was front office personnel, D Wade's made $200 million. Like, I paid. Like, let's not act like he played for pennies and now I just owe him something.
Like, he didn't max out his money.
Okay, but I'm saying I paid him a lot of money, and if I look at it, who cares? I care. If I'm management, I care.
So
you don't care. If I'm management, if I'm ownership, I care.
See, but here's where we have the problem. You paid him $200 million. Yes, you did. But Dwayne Wade is responsible.
I think it was 160.
Yeah, whatever the number was. But he's responsible for 3 championships coming to your organization where you had none. He's responsible for 3. One of them, he bailed out a out of gas Shaquille O'Neal in the NBA Finals and beat Dirk. 1. The other 2, he lured LeBron James to Miami so that they could win 2 more championships, and he took less money. So he's done a ton for your organization, a ton, and took less money to do it. You got to pay the guy. You got to do it. You got it.
They didn't.
Right, and you know what? They're wrong for it. I got to knock Mickey Arison, the owner, for it, because he was the one who was actually meeting with Dwayne Wade, not even Pat Riley, which I found weird. There are reports out there that Pat Riley's not happy with him because he wouldn't go and tell what LeBron was going to do, and he always kind of was more loyal to LeBron than to Pat Riley. So there seems to be a rift there, whatever. But I gotta knock Pat Riley as well, because how do you still not meet with the guy? You got to be there meeting with him, because he is Mr. Miami. Everyone's trying to say that he's more important to Miami than what Dan Marino is at this particular point. Dan Marino used to be Mr. Miami. Now it's Dwayne Wade. They are completely wrong in this situation. Completely.
I'll continue to address this after the break. And Ron, I was almost about to give you a pass, and you just texted me something else. So now you're full blast. It's coming. Hope your co-workers are listening. We'll be back after the break.
Up and down, so I'll take a...
Mom, what you know about this? M2, let's go. Let's get it. Go!
It sounds good, it's a real smooth girl. The undercover rapper making moves on your level. If I have to, it's only natural that I rap to. Any girl walking through my hood, she looking good. And if she's something fine, I'll be humping high. Let's get it on and nothing wrong with the little bumping crowd. Now that's what my man said. Sometimes I'm laying up there in a dream, I'm being everything. I made the jam with my man about the homies, but now I must remember all about my tender homies. You're only for your homie, baby, I know how you feel. You in the room for some sexual things. Walking in the club, I spot you as the music's blaring, standing but not caring about what you're wearing. You're full grown with the mind of your own. I make your own as my bones turn brick like stone. Whether you're single, we can mingle as you jingle. Swing up with the black man jingle. I'll be the dough money maker, I'm shaker. Since I spend on my second. If you don't wanna waste your time, you don't wanna waste your time. You don't wanna waste your time. You don't wanna waste your time. I'll take a look. Well, let's make it silly me. I'm off the Philly J. I make your mind and more get smoked like Billy Dean. Get your whole thing. Make your back for the third night twice. Cause I make it funky like my name was Black Knight. Hit you off and I'm gonna suck and top a line. 2 things I never do. Fall in love with drum like I'm the Now you know my style, I'm glad you came. I give your man a pound and ask you what's your name. Sign on the crowd. Then I step with my staff to the hotel. Everything goes smart. That's what you say as I swing on my way to my room. Crazy dick, I see I get the room. Shot it, clock it, knocking out the box when I perform. That's why the girl is they swarm to see Big L. Later on, I got a deep greener. I see her, got it. Stay between her. Niggas I was with in the security, she didn't. Looking from my distance, I see her booty sitting. Sagging to the barricade, and like as I grab her. Thinking to myself, say, yo, I got to have her. If you don't wanna waste your time,
42 minutes after the hour, back to the Full Disclosure Show. You guys are 18 minutes away from Mr. Breeze DBL and his fully disclosed mix. And clearly it must be 45 degrees outside because all of a sudden my man got on a sweatshirt. Am I missing something?
Yeah, I'm about to run right after this, man. So I like to max sweat out here, bro. So as soon as 12 o'clock come, I'm going to put it on Fully Disclosed, and I'm going to go conquer the lake and then get back here by 1 o'clock to close the show. Feel me? Feel me. I'm dedicated to this.
Yeah, he's built for this. Yeah.
Yeah, all that. All the cliches, all of them.
Yeah. Motivation on your mind.
All that.
So you wanted to tell Will something?
All right, Will. So me and Will are texting over here, and he's talking about Clyde Drexler. And I guess we had mentioned Clyde Drexler somewhere along the conversation. He's telling me, Drexler with 2 rings, though. Hold on. He only got 1, right? And he went and joined Houston after they won 1, right? Right after they won 1, and that's when they got the other one, right? Those 2 years that Mike was out. So I was going to let him slide with that. Then he agrees with you on this other point, I guess. Where he says, contract negotiations are based on what's done. Contract negotiations are based on what you're projected on what you're going to do. I'm going to sign you to perform this. I'm going to pay you to perform this task. If that's the case, how does somebody get their first contract? If that were the case, nobody could get their first contract because the first contract, you haven't done anything yet. So I'm just talking about all walks of life. You haven't done anything yet. So it's what I think you could do. I'm going to pay you based on what I'm going to project you to do. And that's what it is. So D Wade, to tie this into D Wade, you can give him a 3-year deal. What do you expect him to be doing at 38 years old? You're just supposed to pay him because he's done so much for my organization. I just wouldn't be with that. And that's all, and that's why he left, and it's fine. D Wade, somebody else was willing to pay him the money, he left. I'm still going to erect a statue of this dude after it's all over. I appreciate what you did. You weren't happy with this 2 year, $40 million I was going to give you? That wasn't enough for you because you felt like you deserved another $7 or $8 million out of that?
No. It's not
Or a third year or whatever it is?
He owed him the money because he took less money. See, you want to brush all of that stuff that he did for the organization under the rug. You don't care.
I'm not brushing it off. What I told you was that when we initially started talking about this, I said he shouldn't have did it.
No, forget what he did. Now I'm talking about the organization. He did it. So he did it. I'm sure that there was some conversation about we're going to take care of you.
I told you it's jacked up if they said that. And we assume they said that. So this is jacked up if he said that. But I'm not even going to leave that to chance. And I'm saying I'm putting some of this on D-Wade for D-Wade leaving that to chance. Because if D-Wade had that conversation, he's clearly getting burned by it now. So PSA to all the young players out there, don't do it. They only care about you when you're valuable to them. Don't do it.
That's not true. The Lakers took care of their guy.
Well, some of these teams, some of these guys. I'm not gonna say every. I'm not trying to be literal and say every single guy. But you're rolling the dice. You're rolling the dice if you're gonna expect somebody to do. Because this gave Dirk 2 years, $40 million. So Cuban did it. Cuban honored his part. Maybe Pat Riley's like, nah, I'm not doing that. Or Mickey Harrison is like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Think about it this way. They just gave Hassan Whiteside over $100 million. He will not bring anything close to what Dwayne Wade brought to that organization. Nothing close to the organization. There's a problem there.
It's Miami. They're not winning. That arena is going to be empty. I get it. They made a decision. But I don't know if they're not winning with D-Wade if the arena's going to be full.
I don't think they're going to. People are going to come out to see D-Wade. People are not coming out to see Hassan Whiteside.
You gotta. So when do you cut the cord, right? This was the conversation with Kobe and where dudes like AR who stopped listening to the show because he said I was riding.
He's back listening now.
Oh yeah, shout out. What's up, bro?
He said the rest of the basketball season since because you ran him off.
Okay, well I mean the truth hurts sometimes. It's all good, you know. Still got love for that dude. Truth hurts though. But the point is, how far do you, and it's going to be easy for you because everybody's going to have their point. And so the only argument is, where's the point? Right? Give him this contract and he says, you know, he goes out and puts up 15, 16 a game for the next 2 years. Okay. And then he said, I want another 3-year deal. Like, when do you pull the cord? Is he the guy who has to pull the cord or can I pull the cord? And that was the thing I said with Kobe. I was like, how do you sign this dude 2 years, $48 million afterwards? He's not going to play. He's been hurt all the time, and he just kept being hurt. And they had the 2 worst years in franchise history. So what?
You know what? The Lakers benefited off of Kobe coming back for those 2 years. They
No,
absolutely benefited.
I'm not, and you know what? That's another conversation, and you may be right. But the real conversation is Kobe dropped 60 in final game, and he says, "You know what? I feel it coming back. I want another 2-year deal."
Yeah, I wouldn't have signed him then. I mean, I wouldn't have signed him.
And the only dispute between me and everybody else is when to pull the cord.
Well, it's not time to pull the cord on D Wade. I don't know when it is. It's going to go by feel, by how you feel about it. But right now, it was not the time to pull the cord on D Wade. They're dead wrong for this. And you know what? I hope they have a horrible season, which it looks like they're going to. I absolutely listen. I hope they have a horrible season.
Listen, I'm not rooting for and I think I'm with you. I think that because I'm a handshake dude, so I think that part of it makes it foul. But on the other part, it should be a lesson to some of these younger players who have the opportunity to do this, a cautionary tale. This is a real risk that you're going to take by doing these handshake deals that aren't legitimate deals, so you got nobody to cry to, right? You can't just go to the NBA or an arbitrator or something and say, "Oh, he said if I took less so we could sign LeBron," that's not going to work. So you just SOL at that point.
So moving forward, what do you think Dwayne Wade's role and him being on the Chicago Bulls, what does that mean? What do you see the Bulls team doing this year?
A 5 seed or something and making the playoffs and lucky to make it to the second round, make it in the second round somewhere. Like, I don't see East. I mean, I'm not going to just outright, flat out I think Toronto's still better than them. And obviously Cleveland's better than them. And if they're not better than Toronto, Toronto's as good as them. And Indiana's probably as good as them. So, yeah, right. So, hey, second round, like, how much more are we looking for out of them?
I think it's going to depend upon what their bigs do. They lost all their big guys, so now the young guy, Bobby Portis, has to step up, and the guy, Ty Gibson, who we've been talking about over the years here, is going to have to play a lot of minutes and step up as well. It's going to be interesting to see Rondo, Wade, and Butler play. I don't know how that dynamic is going to work because all 3 of those guys need the ball to play.
Rondo needs the ball more than anybody. Right. If he doesn't have the ball, he can't. The other 2 dudes probably can figure it out. Rondo has no use if he doesn't have the ball. None. He can't put the ball in the basket anywhere unless it's a layup. And he's scared to go to the basket because he don't want to shoot free throws.
It's going to be interesting to see how that works itself out. I don't know how that's going to go. Now, Dwayne Wade indirectly made the Cleveland Cavaliers better. Because with that happening, the Cleveland Cavaliers were able to get Mike Dunleavy, because that deal happened. And now, to me, that solidifies the Kevin Love on the block situation, in my opinion. I don't think they were going to trade him now because they just won a title and on and on and on. I absolutely put Kevin Love on the block now and see what I can get. Immediately, I put him on the block. Yeah. Because Mike Dunleavy can give you the exact same thing that Kevin Love was giving you outside of the rebound. He can't give you the rebound. Fine. But he's going to be able to shoot the open 3 in the corner, and he's 6'8", size-wise. He's good. And defensively, they're going to be basically the same guy.
If Dunleavy's not better.
Right. So I absolutely immediately put Kevin Love on the block and see what I can get back from him. Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I thought it worked out for Cleveland as well. And I wanted to address this because I heard this. This is straight piracy here. I heard this on TV from a few different people, so it's not anybody I feel like I should credit it to. But, you know, at the end of the day, right, it's only 4 or 6 teams that we're going to care about in the NBA anyway, right? So, and I'll ask you this question. Would you just rather see, and I'm not saying we have this now, but 12 players a team, 6 teams, would you just rather see the 72 best players play in the league?
I like having all the teams.
So, but you're not turning on the Sixers under any circumstances.
You're absolutely right. Today I'm not, but maybe 3 years from now I will.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now, what do I want to see? Like what? And so a couple of the good teams are out west, and you get up early to go to work. So we talked about it last season where you're like, Ah, man, I can't stay up and watching these Golden State games. Why they put them on so late? Blah, 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 blah. Like, what? How many teams are you going to... And let's just say all the teams are playing on the West Coast. Not they're all from the West Coast, but if the Cleveland Golden State game is happening, it's happening in Oracle. Like, how many games are you staying up for on a work day?
Not a lot on the West Coast. I'm absolutely not.
And
But thankfully, I live on the East Coast where most of these games are played.
what?
Most of these games are played over here. Like most of these games, we are either on the East Coast or they're in that mid-range, that mid-time zone where it's only an hour difference. So that Midwest time zone. So I can stay up and watch it. It's just the last 3-4 games at the end of the night. I can't do it.
But I'm just saying this. The reason I'm asking that is like a Cleveland Golden State game 1 after the finals right now, first game. If it was Christmas Day, 10:30, it's a must-see game. I got to figure out if I got to take a nap so I can stay up and watch this game. So like, would you rather have must-see TV all the way through? See, I would.
I'd rather have all the teams. And I would have watched the Philadelphia 76ers this year had they drafted Buddy Hield #1. Because Buddy Hield would have drew me to the television. This kid, Gordon, what's his name? Not Gordon, but Simmons is not drawing me to the TV.
Okay, but the point...
I would have watched them there.
Well, but the point, there may be some rookies that you have some interest in. So, I'm not being literal. I'm just saying, on a night-in, night-out basis, it's 5 or 6 teams you care about seeing. You're not getting the 10 teams where you like, they come on, I got to see it. Like, what? And once you see the first week, the first month of the new guys that got traded together, whatever, by the new year, you'll be down to 6 teams that you have interest in.
Probably.
You'll be able to do this show and say what 6 teams you think gonna win the title, and they're gonna be the same 6. I'm gonna have the same 6 you're gonna have. They're not gonna be in the same world. I'm not trying to be
literally 6, but you'd rather contract.
I'm in favor of these super teams because they make me want to see the game. Listen, I'm watching the NBA package, and I'm not. Only reason I'm watching the Philly game is for DraftKings. I'm trying to see what's going on. Like, fantasy basketball is the only reason why I watch some of these teams. Not turning on. I get run down a list of teams I'm not turning on. Not watching Orlando. I'm not watching Philly. I'm not watching the Nets now. I'll watch the Knicks this year because they sound like they're going to be interesting. I'm not watching Memphis. I'm not watching Sacramento. Like, I can keep going all the teams. I'm just not watching. You are just wasting money on putting those teams on TV as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, I'd rather have some super team. You're going to watch almost every game of the Olympics because they got a collection. And even this Olympics, they don't even have all the best players. They got a lot of good players, and you're going to figure out, you're going to watch them play against dudes you don't even know.
Yeah, but that's not a fair comparison, only because it's the summertime and there's nothing else going on.
I don't care what. You don't think you would have been watching the 92 Olympics no matter what was on?
No. I'm not saying that you wouldn't, but again, it's such a small sample of 8 games that they probably play. It's not fair to compare that to an 82-game schedule. Because by the time mid-season came on that team, I probably wouldn't be rushing to the TV to watch them either, in all fairness.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it.
I'd rather see
team thing.
Like, if Golden State wasn't Golden State this year, if Golden State wasn't Golden State, there'd be no reason for me to stay up for a 10:30 game. But maybe I want to see Dame Lillard do something once in a while. Other than that, we could all go to bed at 10:30.
It's game made for us, though. It's for the people that live on the left coast, man.
But we fans of basketball, so you just want to see talent. I don't care where it's coming from. I don't care. And like everybody talking about Chicago being this big market, I don't remember Chicago being anything before Mike got there. Not basketball wise, it wasn't a big deal.
No,
I mean, they just had some things. Right, they might have had some players, but you just want to see good players or good basketball. I don't think you care about where it's from. When Westbrook leaves OKC, okay, you can scratch that off your list. You may not mention OKC again in your life, unless a tornado goes through there. There will no other need for you to mention Oklahoma City in your life, unless something happens in college football.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say
that. Okay, you don't have to. I said it for you.
Really quick. We wanted to shout out our girl, Serena Williams. She won Wimbledon. She won her 22nd Grand Slam. She tied Steffi Graf. Shouts to her. It was her third time trying to tie Steffi Graf, and she beat Angelique Kerber yesterday in 7-5, 6-3 in straight sets. Very, very, very happy that she got that monkey off of her back. Now she just needs one more to break the record, and she'll be by herself. And I think the men's record is 24, so she needs to get to 25, and then to me, she's already the greatest women's player of all time. But I definitely shouts to her. So mad I wasn't able to watch the match yesterday. I was out yesterday morning early.
Big Mar was. Marlon was on.
Listen, Marlon's on everything.
Well, I imagine we go to Marlon's house. He got 17 TVs set up. You know what I mean? You remember the show Beat the Swami?
Yeah.
Yes.
On ESPN?
Yes.
Marlon's the Swami, man. It's got all that stuff going on. It's all good.
Yeah. Definitely shouts to her. I also wanted to mention, and we've talked about this on this show and the previous show that we used to have. Listen up. Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner over in Australia, was sentenced to 6 years in prison. He basically had a retrial. They initially convicted him of manslaughter. They got a 5-year sentence. He was released after 1 year to house arrest. The Supreme Court of Appeals overturned the manslaughter and charged him with murder. Now he has a 6-year sentence. Could have gotten 15 minimum, but the judge was lenient on him, basically. And Reba Steenkamp, which was his girlfriend, who was a model, her family was not necessarily happy with the fact that he only got 6 years. So I just kind of wanted to mention that because we have discussed that several times on the show.
All right, let me throw something out real quick as we close out. Get ready for Fully Disclosed. Breeze DBL. We're warming up. I see smoke coming from the turntables now. We had a discussion on this show some months ago about the unfair coverage of Serena Williams, and you now just made her one of the last segments on the show after she won a Grand Slam. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, because by mistake on my part, I have 2 sheets here of notes, and I started doing the NBA stuff earlier in the week. And by the time I put Serena on here, I didn't know if she was going to make it to the finals or not. So this was done early. So shame on me that I didn't put it on here early. So yes, you're absolutely
fire. I'm on fire today. This is how I get charged up before I go for a run. I'm on fire.
Serena is here, and I didn't do this until late yesterday.
How do I know that? How do I know that that's not the top page too?
Well, you can tell me.
I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you, man.
Hey, Mo, I understand that the men's open record is 24, but could she honestly be considered the great, not so much women's, greatest tennis player?
Ooh.
You better say that for next week.
I'll think about that and absolutely make that a topic next week.
Nope, I'll answer it. Nope.
Oh, wow. I'll think about that, man. And apples to apples, obviously. I'm not going to say that she's better than a men's player, but just career-wise, apples to apples. I will absolutely answer that next week.
And
I'm saying no because it's just an impossible comparison.
How you can do it? Apples, you got to do apples to apples, right? I think I'm going to try anyway, at least.
You can't. The men's field is so much deeper. But we'll talk about it next week. That's why I'll be hard to do. All right, Breeze DBL is up right now. Fully Disclosed Breeze. I hope I make it back by 1. It's warming up out there. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Maybe I should bring it down a little bit because I don't want to have you just running aimlessly.
Nah, you had this going so I could get to a zone and just flow. So for all the people out there, I'm going in the mobile app to tune in to Breeze DBL right now.
And you should too.
There you go.
Let's go. Appreciate it.
You are now listening to the Breeze TV. This comes next.
to me, oh baby, I wanna make you love me. Come to me, I want you right now. She's got what it takes, she can bend you to the floor. She knows just what you do to you. She's dynamite, dynamite. You can't go back. Don't fall for her, she's coming. She's can't go back. 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Boy, used to be my time. If you like the bed, it might be too much. Now you don't have to take my word. 'Cause next time you speak out at the word, and I will be heard. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? 'Cause you ain't had nothing like it. When it comes to love, I'm the best. Really best. You can have my best. Now here, your score's not too high. So feel like you're ready now. gonna do that? Who is there? Who is there? All right. Who is there? I'm gonna do that. Gonna be there with me. I said, who is there? Man, try to open the bed. They don't care what's in your head. They really know how to play the game. But in the morning, they don't know the name. They're only out to get some cheese. First sign of trouble, they're gone to see. He's so long, the truly can. Love will always be there. Devotion. Someone by your side, devotion. When things aren't going right, devotion. Someone be a friend, devotion. The big and the big. Sure, no cash. I've got you with it. When you weak, I'll be a strength in the cold. I'll be a heat with other women. I swear I'll never cheat. I'll be there. No one's around. I'll bring you home. When you're feeling down, I'll give you something you can treasure. Deeper love that mirrors the measure. Devotion. Someone by your side. Devotion. When things aren't going right. Devotion. Someone be a friend. Devotion. Got the big, got the big. The big, got the big. I wanna hear you devotion. I just wanna see you happy. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, yeah. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I fire in your eyes. I know what you're thinking. What a great surprise you here with me. So exciting, intertwining, passion bursting, cannot hold it in. Feelings flying, no denying. Take me to such a great delight, exploring every level, emotions running high, don't want to come down, stimulating, mind feeling, nothing better in the moment when you know your desire keeps me inspired. Take me to where I should be, where I see myself acting your love. Your love influences me and eternity. Where I should be, where I see myself acting your love. Your love influences me and eternity. All the love places where we to explore a deeper side of me. Everybody's looking for me. Everybody's doing their own thing. And nobody's solving the problem. Ain't nobody helping each other. Some people give in to fear. Some people give in to hunger. Some of us live for the future. And some of us wonder. Give it to life. Give it to love. Maybe there's enough for everyone. Give it to hope. Give it to trust. Maybe there's enough for everyone. People hold on. Don't do yourself wrong. People hold on. Thinking you back for your love. Girl, is you I'm thinking of?
lather like Dove.
It's real out in the field, bro.
I know it is, Tupa.
My mouth tastes like I got cotton balls in it, man. Thirsty like that. You've been listening to Fully Disclosed. Breeze DBL, got it in. I ain't got much to say. I need all this oxygen.
I got you, man. Well, look, as usual, check us out every Sunday, especially next Sunday from 10 to 12 and immediately after yours truly. Appreciate you all. Hey, let's get it together, y'all. Let's come together. Let's keep it together. Let's get strong. And everybody have a great, stupendous day.
No doubt. No doubt.
We get at you.
Hey, I'll meet you outside. I'm trying to get it from Smith.
Okay. Big peace, y'all.